Rita Hayworth, the ultimate Hollywood bombshell, captivated audiences with her fiery red hair, mesmerizing dance moves, and undeniable charm. Born Margarita Carmen Cancino, she transformed from a shy Spanish-American dancer into a silver-screen goddess, embodying the essence of old Hollywood glamour. Her breakout role in Gilda, 1946, where she famously flipped her hair and seductively removed a glove, cemented her status as a cultural icon. But behind the dazzling exterior, Hayworth faced immense struggles. She was often typecast as the irresistible femme fatale, limiting her opportunities to showcase her true acting range. Her personal life was equally tumultuous: 5 marriages, including one to Prince Ali Khan, and battles with alcoholism and dementia. Despite the hardships, Rita's legacy as a pioneer of sensuality in film remains untouched. She changed Hollywood forever by proving that beauty and talent could coexist, paving the way for future actresses to embrace both their allure and their artistry. Even today, her image lingers as one of the most seductive and tragic figures of the Golden Age. Marlene Dietrich wasn't just a Hollywood star, she was a revolution. With her smoky voice, striking androgynous style, and an air of untouchable mystery, she captivated audiences like no other. Born in Germany, she skyrocketed to fame with The Blue Angel, 1930, which led to a successful Hollywood career where she redefined the image of femininity. Unlike many actresses of her time, Dietrich dared to blur gender lines, famously wearing tuxedos and suits, challenging traditional notions of beauty and seduction. Her roles in films like Morocco, 1930, and Shanghai Express, 1932, cemented her as an alluring, exotic femme fatale. But she was more than just a cinematic siren. Dietrich actively defied Nazi Germany, rejecting Hitler's advances and aiding the Allied forces during World War II. Her fearless attitude both on and off screen set a new standard for Hollywood women, proving that allure wasn't just about looks. It was about power, mystery, and independence. Even today, Dietrich's influence can be seen in fashion, film, and the ongoing fight for gender fluidity in Hollywood. Clara Bow wasn't just a star. She was the star who symbolized the wild, rebellious spirit of the 1920s. With her big, expressive eyes, mischievous smile, and carefree attitude, she embodied the essence of the flapper era. Her breakout role in it, 1927, cemented her as Hollywood's first true it girl, a term that described an irresistible, magnetic charm that couldn't be taught or faked. Bow's raw energy and natural sensuality made her a breath of fresh air in a time when most actresses still adhered to stiff, classical beauty standards. Unlike other Hollywood sirens, she wasn't about calculated seduction. Her appeal came from her spontaneity, laughter, and the way she made audiences feel alive. However, with the transition to talkies, her thick Brooklyn accent and personal struggles, including scandals and mental health battles, led to an early retirement. Yet, Clara Bow's influence on Hollywood is undeniable. She proved that charisma and personality could make a bigger impact than traditional beauty, paving the way for future generations of bold, unconventional stars. Jean Harlow wasn't just another Hollywood beauty. She was the original blonde bombshell who made sensuality a powerful cinematic weapon. With her platinum hair, playful smile, and sharp wit, she set the standard for the glamorous, seductive leading lady of the 1930s. Harlow's breakout role in Hell's Angels, 1930, turned her into an overnight sensation, but it was films like Red Dust, 1932, and Dinner at 8, 1933, that cemented her as the queen of pre-code Hollywood. Unlike the demure heroines of her time, Harlow embraced her sexuality with confidence, delivering suggestive one-liners with effortless charm. She was both seductive and comedic, a rare combination that made her unforgettable. Despite her dazzling on-screen presence, Harlow's real life was filled with heartbreak. She endured a tragic marriage, financial struggles, and ultimately, a sudden death at just 26 due to kidney failure. Though her time in Hollywood was short, her impact was immense. Jean Harlow changed Hollywood forever by proving that sex appeal could be playful, empowering, and magnetic, all while maintaining an air of elegance and class. Josephine Baker was a force like no other, an icon whose charisma and artistry transcended borders. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, she rose from poverty to become one of the most celebrated performers of the 20th century. Known for her electrifying stage presence, Baker's daring moves, including her famous banana skirt dance in La Revue Niger, 1925, made her an overnight sensation in Paris, where she became a symbol of freedom, beauty, and defiance. Baker wasn't just an entertainer. She was a trailblazer who broke racial barriers and redefined what it meant to be a woman in the spotlight. In a time of racial segregation, she thrived in Europe, where her performances were a powerful statement against racial prejudice. Offstage, she became a fearless advocate for civil rights, using her fame to speak out against racism and segregation in the United States. Josephine Baker's boldness both in her personal and professional life shattered stereotypes, proving that true beauty and talent had no boundaries. Her legacy endures as a reminder that she wasn't just a star, she was a revolutionary. Jayne Mansfield's legacy is one of both allure and controversy, a larger-than-life persona that redefined the concept of the blonde bombshell. With her platinum blonde hair, curvaceous figure, and playful persona, she became a sex symbol of the 1950s, forever altering the way Hollywood viewed feminine beauty. Mansfield's breakout role in The Girl Can't Help It, 1956, solidified her as the ultimate symbol of 1950s glamour, but she was more than just a pretty face. While many Hollywood starlets of the era were boxed into roles of innocence, Jayne unapologetically embodied sex appeal, often pushing the boundaries of the era's censorship codes. Mansfield was known for her bold public persona and love of being the center of attention, but behind the glitz and glam, she was a woman determined to prove her talents. She dabbled in acting, singing, and even wrote books. Yet it was her off-screen life, marked by high-profile marriages, including one to actor Mickey Hargitay, and her tragic early death in a car accident, that often overshadowed her career. Despite her short life, Jayne Mansfield's impact on Hollywood and pop culture remains undeniable. She wasn't just a bombshell, she was a daring woman who made waves and left an indelible mark. Mae West was a force of nature, bold, brash, and unapologetically ahead of her time. Known for her sharp wit, sultry voice, and scandalous one-liners, she revolutionized Hollywood by bringing an edge of sexual liberation to the screen. West's career skyrocketed with her role in She Done Him Wrong, 1933, where she became an instant sensation with her infamous line, "Why don't you come up sometime and see me?" Her allure wasn't just in her looks, but in her confident, independent, and sexually liberated persona, something Hollywood had never seen before. At a time when Hollywood was still very much in the grip of censorship, Mae West pushed boundaries, often infusing her roles with sexual innuendos that shocked and delighted audiences. She was one of the first to truly embrace and flaunt her sensuality on screen, inspiring future generations of actresses to embrace their own power. Off-screen, West was just as bold, writing her own scripts and producing her films, becoming one of the most powerful women in Hollywood. Her influence can still be felt in the way women are portrayed in film today, strong, sexy, and in control. Theda Bara wasn't just an actress, she was a cinematic legend who defined the very concept of the femme fatale. Known for her exotic looks, dramatic makeup, and smoldering gaze, Bara became one of the most iconic silent film stars of the early 20th century. Her most famous role in A Fool There Was, 1915, solidified her as the vamp of the silver screen, a seductive, dangerous woman who lured men to their doom. In an era where actresses were expected to be innocent and demure, Theda Bara dared to be bold, portraying characters that were both sexual and destructive, shattering conventional notions of femininity. Her screen presence was unlike anything audiences had seen before. With her dark, mysterious aura, Bara became an international sensation, with a devoted fan base drawn to her portrayal of dangerous and forbidden desires. Off-screen, she lived an equally intriguing life, often playing up her mysterious persona, even claiming to be born in Egypt and raised by gypsies. Although her career was cut short by the arrival of the talkies, Theda Bara's legacy, as one of Hollywood's original sex symbols and a trailblazer for strong female characters, continues to influence the industry today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment. Also, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell to be notified of our new videos each day. Thanks for watching.